Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the game War in the Pacific at Mets Edition. This is my play by email match against Deaniks. He's a Japanese player, and for me it is the Allied side. It's January 6, 42, and slowly the Japanese approaching and occupying more and more bases in the Philippines. My Dutch submarines are trying to block the port of Saigon, but naja, it's only attempt to blockade the port. At least we have here a lot of action. Patrol boats trying to find my submarines, but cannot find the attack position. But my submarines also don't use this opportunity to get rid of them. So the Japanese carrier division is moving east. And more ground attacks. In China first. My American B-17 is trying to inflict damage against the Japanese approach on Rangoon. Pegu is open clear terrain, so it is at least possible. But nothing else, nothing very special. But Japanese ships are going down somewhere. Afternoon Navy search also can relocate the enemy carriers. But so far a very basic turn with no surprises on green. Not that I can do a lot now this early days, but the Japanese are also a slower approach here. What will help me in the long run, maybe. Maybe, we'll see. Changsha, the outer Hex bombardment. The Battle of Kuala Lumpur. I have only leftover forces here to hold the city. And yeah. But interestingly, the British are not giving up. Because the Japanese lost control over the spaces in the rear area, I have a retreat option. And the morale was high enough that they won't retreat. All of them. Little surprise for me, but okay. Not that I can really do much with these broken forces. But I can try to mess up the Japanese supply lines in the rear. Good, then see you soon. So, there was not really a lot of action here. So, Japanese lost still 3 airplanes by ops, maybe. This is all Navy stuff, so not in China. And similar situation here. 2 Catalinas, different nations, lost by ops. 1 pilot is also dead. Okay. This last turn I lost no ship. Japan had a ship sinking sound, but I cannot really say where or what. It was not a submarine, but I have no indication what it could be or where. So Hawaii, nothing to report here. All fine. East or west coast of America also still fine. Nothing to report. Enterprise is under repair. Pago Pago, no enemy inside. Fiji, all is quiet. Japanese took Luganville and Nomaya and maybe will take also Comac. So this is under Japanese occupation, but I don't know how active the Japanese will really build up the spaces. We will see. I focus on the uh, Port Moresby, Townsville area to build up first. I get detection of the enemy fleet. They are moving north, northwest. So I would say they are returning to Rabaul or maybe back to Truk. Because Rabaul is still only a port 3-3, so I guess it's maybe more Truk to get. I'm not so sure if Deaniks was really able to unload a lot of stuff here. My submarines don't detect anything. Only the original first invasion fleet was in and out. So nothing here to talk, nothing to show. The East Indies looks also fine. I'm nearly finished with moving the equipment around what is possible. Kendari is already empty, the base force you cannot airlift. Here's some troopers left. I will airlift to Ambon. And here are still two platoons, whatever, regiments, garrisons. I can airlift back to Surabaya because there's no land connection. It's really an island, and I cannot load them with ships. So I must fly them out, but I can do this. And here is only this 105 millimeter or 4-inch guns. They are too heavy for airlifting. Or at least not with the aircraft I have. Maybe bigger airplanes with more cargo could do this, but not the one I have. So in here in Malaya, there was this task force. They are finishing the unloading. This was this where I had my attempt to bomb them. I sunk 1 or 2 ships. This could be maybe the ship sunk, fire damage or something like this. But my submarines are not really able to attack them, unluckily. I lost Kuala Lumpur. So the western rail is now open more or less, but I retook these 2 bases. I'm now here, so and I still hold this base, so the eastern rail is still blocked, and no attempt to cross into Singapore up to now. My B-17s attacking the forces, the enemy division here in Pegu, only more or less a test attack and to keep the Japanese a little occupied and busy. These are the 2 forces was kicked out and trying to reach the mountain, and the last real base I can defend in Mindanao. I have here now some supplies, so I can rebuild and dig in. I also start to build up the fort level, so it's also again only to keep the Japanese a little busy. No attempt on Manila, no strikes here, so I can build up everything again slowly. I only must keep an eye on the supplies. I'm starting to have an issue with supplies. So maybe I really need to cut here more or less build up again and say no investment for any troops or aircraft. I will of course still try to run some supplies to this location. Maybe I can get 10,000 or 20,000 supplies out of Dutch East Indies to Manila. That will help me and boost my defense. And if the Japanese are not coming, I don't know, I could try to sneak in some Catalinas with torpedo bomber abilities and use this torpedo ordnance headquarter again. But it's a little risky. And I think this is all I have to say. In China, nothing really changing. Stable center. Biggest threat is now in this area. So the Japanese took over this base. This is fine. I have still some Chinese block forces running behind the line and trying to mess up with the supply lines for the Japanese. But this is all I can say. And I still have not enough supplies in China, like always. I have enough supplies here in Rangoon. I mean, I have never enough supplies, but more are coming. Oh, this one is nearly finished unloading. Once this is done, the next convoy is coming with more supplies. So I try to bring in 10, 20, 30,000 more. Maybe, I don't know how many I can get into Burma, but this will maybe help me if I can get some of them at least into China. Burma Road is still open. You can still see here. Good. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.